All right. Hello, everyone. I am Cosmic, joined here by Jeremy, if you want to say hi.
Hey, guys. I'm JeremyMKW.
And yeah, I'm so excited to share this game with you because this is a beautiful entry in the Super Mario Brothers series that not a lot of people know about. It's the second ever Super Mario Brothers game. It's different than SMB1, and not a lot of people have seen these levels, so I'm excited to share it. Just a quick intro of what this game is and a couple things we'll be doing right at the start. This game's kind of like Super Mario Brothers 1.5. Like, it's like the original game, but like all the levels are changed to be harder, shuffled around, and there's even 6 brand new levels. And then right at the start, there's some new strategies where we can it's a lot harder to manipulate patterns on this game than SMB1, and so I'm going to be focusing and letting Jeremy talk in World 1. But if I can get through World 1, we actually could be on world record pace, so we're going to be going for that at the start. With that out of the way, let's get started. So it might take me a couple attempts to just start at the right time for the sake of RNG manipulation, but I'll let you know when to start the timer. So here we go. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go.
All right. First things first, if you are familiar with the original Super Mario Brothers game, you might know the frame rule system. In that game, we can basically use frame rules to know every pattern of virtually every enemy in the game. While Versus Super Mario Bros. Does have frame rules, the enemy patterns actually scramble every frame we go through a level transition. So that's going through a pipe or finishing a level. And that makes enemy patterns significantly less controllable over the course of this run. So naturally, Kosmic here is going to manipulate them anyway. In order to do this, Kosmic will have to play every level transition perfectly to the frame to set up his patterns over the course of the run.
This part right here is really hard.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
Awesome.
One big thing out of the way.
Yeah, so he does have to play 1-2 there as well, since it ends on a level transition here, completely perfectly in order to set up those patterns. And you might notice as well, Kosmic is not making things easier for himself by playing on an original arcade cabinet with a joystick. And you can see in the reflection there, he will have to grab a power-up here in 1-3, and we do that so we can kill Bowser. And all of the Bowser stages here saves about 2 seconds per Bowser stage. Let him focus right here. Nice. That was an amazing grab. But that is really, really, really tricky to do on an arcade joystick.
Yep, and then we're getting the Fire Flower in this level, which is going to be really tricky with the joystick. But this will be our first brand new level. This later became 1-4 in Mario 2J, the Lost Levels. But yeah, brand new for this game.
And there is that flower grab.
Crouch jumps, fast crouch jumps like that are super hard. Okay.
Beautiful.
We got through World 1 on the pace we want. So if I can maintain this, we will know what patterns come through the whole game. And we could get world record potentially. We'll see.
All right, things get serious right here. Now, we're kind of at the point of the level where a lot of these levels are going to be very similar to the original Super Mario Bros. Game. 2-1 here is almost identical. There's a lot of extra enemies, some extra pits and tight jumps that are not in the original game.
Okay, tight crouch.
The Kosmic makes it through.
And then, yeah, just to be clear, this game came before Mario 2J, the Lost Levels, and it's basically the reason that game exists. They made an arcade version of SMB1, they made all the levels harder, they made brand new hard levels, and they were just having a lot of fun with it, so they kept going and made 50 more of them for 2J. But yeah, this is the OG hard Mario game.
Right, and let's also not forget, the original Super Mario Bros. Game has hard mode versions of levels. There's a couple of repeat levels, 2-2 and 7-2 being some of them. This game kind of defaults to hard mode, so there's a whole bunch of extra enemies that make this level much harder than the original 2-2. It's very similar to the 7-2 in the original Mario game.
Can I interrupt y'all for just one quick second?
Sure.
I just wanted to let y'all know that we have met the minus world incentive for versus Super Mario Brothers. So you wanted to see some hard levels, you want to see some new levels, we've got one for you, the minus world right at the end of this run.
Awesome.
So we see these two Cheep Cheeps right there. That's how I know for sure I am on the exact patterns that I want. And yeah, keep them rolling the rest of the game. That minus world, the reason I wanted to show it off is because it's still in this game, but it's different than the original. So wanted people to be able to see that.
All right, and you may have noticed that little slowdown there from Kosmic as well. We actually do that to avoid fireworks. So if you grab the flagpole here with a 1, a 3, or a 6 on the timer in the top left, you actually get fireworks. Gives you some extra points, but is not faster in the run, so it's actually slower, or faster, excuse me, to slow down to avoid those fireworks. As Kosmic runs through 2-4 here, very tricky level, but we did it perfectly. And this level, again, is kind of a carbon copy of what's in the original game, with a few extra gaps, few extra enemies, that type of thing. But this ending staircase is really tricky, so we're going to let Kosmic focus here, see if he can get through cleanly. Awesome.
Next up,
we're through
this is another brand new level. It's one of the coolest, I think. There's going to be this part in the middle where you kind of climb up, and it's like one of kind of a favorite for viewers to watch. It's a cool part. Yeah, go ahead, Jeremy.
100%. I just wanted to say, we're actually at a point in this run. This is legitimately world record pace. We're still on the patterns here, so definitely nothing to scoff at here.
Right here, I'm gonna
great climb.
Fireball this piranha plant. Oh, okay. Oh. So fireballing the piranha plant changes where that Koopa is, and you still need to land like really early to get under it, but unfortunate. That's obviously going to be the end of the record pace, but at least we got that far, and we'll try and just do the rest the best we can. It's kind of an unusual spot for me to lose power-ups, so I'm going to have to improvise a little bit, but yeah.
This is still a fantastic run. Even getting to World 3 on pace is not easy at all. So absolutely props to Kosmic for that.
Showing off 6 fireworks here. It's a little tricky. The timer actually ticks down faster in this version than the original. So it was like so borderline, like whether I'd get fireworks. I like tried to slow down enough, but anyway.
Did you jump through that platform? What did I just watch? What was that?
Try it at home. It just works. As Big Mario.
It just works. Awesome. So here we're going into 3-4. This is a level that does really help to know the patterns for. So instead, Kosmic is going to play it a little safe here in order to not get hit by any of these potobooths, these fireballs that come out of the ground here.
Okay.
Wonderful.
It's been a little bit since I've ran on like true random patterns, so it's going to be an adventure for us all.
All right, you'll love to see it. Now we are going into 4-1 here. This level, just like Mario 1, is pretty straightforward. There's some new holes, but nothing too crazy. Kosmic will have to slow down for fireworks as well here. But this is a great time for some donations if we've got any.
We've got so many coming in. Again, thank y'all so much for meeting that minus world incentive. Jay the Whoop gives in $100. Now it is time to start the high score grind. Thank you for all you do for our community. Bowser is still a jerk. Aw, poor Bowser. He's taking it hard in the comments here. Twin Dad is loving your arcade machine there, Kosmic. They put $25 down. Putting my quarter down so you know I've got next.
Awesome. So heading into 4-2, this is another pipe transition level. So if we were on pace, we would want to play this perfectly. One thing, this level does start with a really tough 2-frame jump to get over those Goombas. Since we're not on that pace anymore, we don't have to worry too much about that. We can just kind of glide through.
Yeah, I just want to comment. Thanks, Jay, for the donation. Good friend. But he mentioned high score. That's the reason I originally got this machine. I want to go for the high score record in the future. But while I was at it, a lot of people will run this just kind of like on the NES. There's like an NES version of playing this, or you can play it on the Switch, Arcade Archives. But yeah, trying to bring the record home for the original hardware here, which is definitely a disadvantage playing on the stick, but it's a lot of fun.
Other than the controls, is there a difference between this arcade version and the Arcade Archives version on Switch?
That version has pretty bad input latency, in my opinion, but other than that, no.
So everyone go out and buy yourself a Versus System arcade cabinet right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ooh, okay, gotta watch out. Oh, okay.
Oh, dang it.
This is a matter of like forgetting, okay, I need to like actually wait for the random patterns, and I just, okay, we gotta get our head in the game here and remember it more in advance so I don't mess up.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those levels that you want to know those patterns for. It's one of the main places that we do actually route out these patterns for. Just so you know, I mean, what every single enemy in this level is going to do, you can not have any luck involved here.
Yeah, there you got to see the bridge break. That's what we're normally trying to skip with Fire Flower, defeating Bowser with fireballs, just so you don't have to watch him fall in the lava.
All right, now 5-1 is actually fairly straightforward as well, so this is a great time for some donations before things get too crazy.
Sure thing. We've got $25 from Akira Katayama. Pretty awesome to see the arcade version of the first NES game I ever played. We need some more neat variants like this on the schedule. Well, thank you so much, Akira, for your donation. We've got a lot of cool different variants of various games coming up. A lot of the first games that people have played, launch titles, in fact, including our new bonus game incentive that just opened up. We need $70,000 to unlock Wii Sports a little later in the day. I don't know how you do a speed run of Wii Sports, but I'm excited to see it. Get your donations in gamesdonequick.com/donate and put your incentive towards that bonus game, Wii Sports, a little later today. We also have a $5 donation from Top Route Gaming. Cosmic Z's in the chat. Let's get that Minus World incentive, which we did. Thank you so much, Top Route. We get some Cosmic Z's in the chat right now, chat.
Let's go. This level's gonna be, this is actually the original game 6-3, but in that game it has a weird like gray, like the castle color palette. So it's like really bizarre to see it if you're familiar with the original, but this is 6-3 of the original, but with normal like grass palette. Oh, a little bump. Well, probably wait out fireworks now. Yeah. Yeah, I do want to thank GDQ for letting me do this run. I can't believe they let me just point a webcam at a CRT in the year 2026, but thank you so much for letting me do this run. Might go for something just for the fans since we're off pace. Here we go. Oh,
there it is.
Wow.
That clip is not easy to do on joystick, especially. You see that a lot if you watch like the original Super Mario Bros. Runs. I believe that's a frame perfect duck jump, which also has to do with like the values and stuff that you get from playing previously in the level. So yeah, definitely not not something you expect to see on a joystick. Cosmic's just like that. All right, 6-1 has some more tight snipes at the end. Otherwise, this level is pretty straightforward as well. So we'll let Kosmic focus here.
Right over here is going to be the... Oh, okay. Right over here. Tight shot on that guy.
Nice.
And this is like the coolest strategy in the run. For some reason in this, as opposed to the original, they made it so vines, when they go off screen, they don't like exit memory. And so they take up some extra memory space forever for the rest of the level. And then they added 3 Goombas on the staircase, and all of that together. Oh, I've never made this mistake before. It's never happened before. I'll still try and show it off. I have 1 life. Wow, I did not expect that to be where it went wrong, but.
Hey, that's right. We learned we can do it without Fire Mario yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Hit the vine. We gotta show
we
the
came
people.
prepared.
Then I'm gonna kick a Buzzy Beetle to the left over here so that all the Goombas spawn at the staircase. And that will make it so the flag on the flagpole despawns. Check that out. The 1 life situation's pretty unfortunate because this is like the scariest level. But here we go.
I definitely want to let Kosmic focus here.
I'm gonna get fire. This is probably where most people, their like arcade casual playthrough might end. Okay. I'm gonna make sure the bullet bill. Ah, so unfortunate.
That is a 3-frame jump. So developer intended 3-frame window, or else you can't make it across the gap. This game is not easy.
Wait, I'm actually so confused. Oh, it just wants me to put my high score in before continuing. Okay. I'm like, why didn't it let me continue? This is the end of the world. Like, what's happening? Okay.
My heart dropped there for a second. I was, oh my gosh.
Don't panic, you got this.
There's a lot of ways this run could have gone. Like, there's a genuine chance of like world record, and this isn't really how we saw it going, but here we are, guys. Okay, I just have to get back with like the fire flower and I'll be a normal human again.
All right.
Yeah,
Once
I also
again, we
can't
are
do
going to
anything
go for
with
that
fire
despawn.
flower.
But we can have some donations right now while we try to get back to 6-3.
Absolutely, no problem. We've got quite a few coming in. We've got $10 from the professor who is cheering for our commentator here. Go, Jeremy, go! Go, Jeremy, go!
Man.
You're doing a great job,
Shout out to
Jeremy.
the professor, man. Awesome dude.
We also have a lot of people who also want their turn here on the arcade machine. $5 from Bravest3 Emo, 20-quarter donation train. So we got to go ahead, for our people here in chat, we've got 3 minutes till 11:20 here on the East Coast. If you want to put your quarter on the arcade machine, go and get your $5 donation in. That's 20 quarters. That's 20 tries for you to also beat versus Super Mario Brothers. It's easy, right?
Easy
I
enough.
guess, yeah. Something like that.
You got time for some more?
There we go.
This is actually going to be the hardest level in the game.
Yeah,
so,
go for it.
This is a brand new level. This later became 5-4 in 2J, but yeah, I'll try and recover fire. It's like a pretty tricky place to get fire back, but I'll go for it. And there's just about a billion Kotaboos and fire bars and stuff here, so you can do a mid-air jump out of power-up grab, so I did that there. Gotta wait on these ones. Ooh, hello, Kotaboos.
That section there looks slow when you have to wait, but there's really not a whole lot of other options you have. All things considered, this is a very, very clean 6-4 for the patterns that we were given.
I'm proud to announce I'm a normal human again, so let's go. Try and keep the flower the rest of the run, but 7-1's not too different, but there's like Goombas on the stairs. They really tried to take out all the spots for like the infinite 1-up famous trick with Koopas on stairs. Well, hello, Bullet Bill. And they replaced them with Goombas here. And it's kind of tricky, but you can still do the infinite 1-up shell bounce thing on 5-1, but it's really hard.
And I will say, too, this section of the run in 7-2, in particular, this level eventually became 6-2 of the lost levels. But in this version of the game, it's longer. There's extra obstacles that make swimming a lot harder. So this level very much is kind of all over the place, and routing patterns here really isn't super realistic for that reason. So for the most part, Kosmic is just going to have to react to the patterns of the enemies here that the game hands him and just try to make it through. So from this point on, the run really isn't too dissimilar from if we were on actual pace here.
Oh, okay. Normally I go up top, but that cheat blocked the way. It's okay, I got kind of lucky. So here I'm gonna start crouch swimming. So if you crouch and then like become airborne, and you see as Mario's head goes right through that cheap. I have crouching hitbox still, and that's just gonna help navigate through the ending of this level. Ooh, hello. That was so tricky because like the pits, they pull you down in water stages, and like I just was not prepared for exactly when the pit activated. The whirlpool. So, okay. This level has like the hardest power-up ever to collect. I might try just for fun, just to show how hard it is, because like this later became 6-3 in Lost Levels, but they increased the bounce height in that game. Hello, cheaps. It's chill. It's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. Like it's so hard to collect that power-up. Later they added one in there in 2J, but shout outs to Spiker for going under that Koopa. And yeah, we're just gonna be Small Mario for most of the rest, I guess.
And we are past the cheaps. That is not an easy level either. Wow. All right, going into 7-4, this is actually one of the game's maze levels. So there's a specific route Kosmic is going to have to take through these platforms to advance in the level. Otherwise, the level will just repeat itself. And while this level does look almost identical to the original game 7-4, this is a very, very difficult and very different route through the maze.
Yeah, you gotta go up and down and all around. Bowser throws hammers now. We hope he jumps forwards so I can go straight under him, but we'll see. Nope. And 8-1's gonna be the same pretty much as the original. The staircase is a little different, but since I'm Small Mario, I'll go for like the hardest pipe jump strats just to try and put on a good show. But anyway,
you love to see it.
Now that I have 5 lives, like imagine running out of lives. That'd be crazy. Who does that? Okay, immediately miss up.
This level is very, very similar to the original as well. So if you are familiar with that game, you've probably seen this here before. I think really the only difference is the stairs at the end.
Yeah. Right here, it's just moved a little bit to the right, the last step. If you want to squeeze one final donation segment in here, you can.
Absolutely. We've got $100 from Marduk. So rad to see a real arcade cab on stream. Also, I gotta see that Wii Sports action. Thank you so much, Marduk. Glorgu also wants to be a real human. They send in $10. Don't talk to me until I've had my fire flower. Anonymous sends in a $10 donation. Back in my day, quarters came in rolls of $10. So here, have a roll of quarters. Well, thank you.
Man. Kosmic there actually went for the bullet bill glitch. If you're familiar with the original version of this game, you've definitely seen that before. But basically what Kosmic, can do is hit the base of the flagpole and use that to trigger the timer countdown in the top right. All right, and now 8-3 is a really, really tough level since Kosmic does not know the patterns he's going to get here, and he's small. He's going to choose to grab this mushroom here just so he can take an extra hit if he does get an unfavorable pattern. It's a really good idea. And we are through. Those guys are completely random, and they can do lots of different things, and they can be really tricky to react to.
Yeah, it's going to be the final level. Time will stop at the end of this level when I grab the axe. I'll let you know. But yeah, there's a couple cool tricks in this level. There's in the second room, there's going to be a wall jump. So we're going to have a 30th of a second to jump off of the pipe and get up. And then in the room right after, it's gonna look a little weird. Well, I'll do this wall jump first. There's the wall jump. And now I'm gonna go past a pipe and then turn around and go back to the left, basically loading the next pipe and then going in this one, and that will take me to where the next one would have. And now I'll crouch them again. Mario's head can now go through ceilings, fire bars, definitely fire bars, it's the most important, but yeah. And this is the final room. So they put a bunch of blocks above Bowser. Unless he goes forwards, we like have to run right into him. But yeah, time is coming up. Right about now. Time. So there we go, everybody. Things got a little unfortunate in World 6, but overall, pretty fine showing. Hopefully, you guys got to enjoy this. Maybe your first time seeing versus Super Mario Brothers and all the differences. Like I said, I'm going for the Warpless world record here. I'm only a couple seconds behind, but my PB actually got to 8-4 ahead of record and missed that wall jump. So soon we're gonna get the record on the original machine. If you want to see more attempts of this on my stream, Kosmic, Kosmic. And yeah, thank you for donating for the Minus World incentive. So we're gonna show off the Minus World in this version of the game. It's different, so shout out to GBQ. Thanks everyone who's donating. GBQ. Woo! Okay, let's go ahead and run to the Minus World. Basically, this is like one of the most famous glitches, right? And a lot of people are probably familiar with the Minus World. You go to the end of 1-2 as Big Mario, you like crouch jump up and clip through the ceiling, and then you go in the warp zone before it's fully loaded, and it takes you to a weird underwater level, world blank-1. What's going on? It still exists in this game, but it seems like they tried to remove the ability to get there. They took out the blocks, which you normally use to clip through, so it's a lot harder to get there, but we have our ways.
All right, we absolutely have other methods. So what you're gonna notice Kosmic is doing here is he's actually gonna bump on a whole bunch of different blocks throughout the course of this level. And every time he does that, Mario is gonna move just a little bit further to the right on the screen. Eventually we'll hit a point where we are on the very far right side of the screen. Now it's really tough to play in this state because Kosmic cannot see the enemies in front of him. He cannot see any gaps, any holes that he could fall into. And hopefully we get this first try here. And if Mario does take a hit from one of these enemies, the screen actually will reset closer to that default state. So this is going to be the trickiest part right here.
We can like barely see these platforms to get onto them, and then these platforms. Okay, and here's the part where you have to be so careful. Look at this. They took out 2 blocks here. The famous like Nintendo Power blocks. They say like like clip through these to go to the Minus World. But we just got Mario so far to the right side of the screen that I can drop down here without loading the warp zone. And here we go. This is the Minus World. World blank-1. It is different. It is still an underwater level, but not the same one. Normally it's like 7-2, but here, what is this? What are we getting? It's really short. We're going in the pipe. It resets. This is actually a bonus room that you can find in 5-2 and 6-2 by going down a pipe. And yeah, this is the alternate Minus World that you might even know about, like the Famicom Disk System Minus World, but did you know about the versus Super Mario Brothers Minus World? Thanks for donating so we could show this off. There's like a couple other fun little tricks I can show while we just do some final shout outs. Just want to shout out my friend Sam, who helped move this arcade cabinet downstairs to my basement. Huge help. Shouts to like Spiker, Mars, GTAce, and Ray Finkel and Care Bear. Jeremy, any final words you want to say?
Yes, absolutely. First of all, congratulations, Cosmic, on a great run there. That was a blast. And thank you for letting me here on the virtual couch with you. If you are interested in speedrunning any of these NES Mario games, we have a great community that's here to help you get started. Now, you can follow me on Twitch at JeremyMKW. I've been streaming lots of Super Mario Bros. Any % attempts there recently. And lastly, don't forget to catch the Nightmare Before Christmas run tomorrow morning. It's an awesome run, and the professor is just an overall amazing dude.
Okay, final try. Okay, this is, I wasn't able to get it, but you can just clip in the wall and it's kind of funny. But yeah, thanks everyone, thanks for watching, and thanks so much. See you next time.